it's Elle. Today marks my first official YouTube video and the very first eGirl anime review. Here's a trash cosplayer's take on some anime favorites. First up, Rising of the Shield Hero. Guys, this review is chock full of spoilers, so if you haven't seen it yet, please go check out the anime. I watched it on Crunchyroll, but please watch it through official legal streaming services so that they make a season 2. I will be releasing a spoiler-free cosplay prep video later this week in which I share my cosplay shopping list for my favorite characters from this show.
魔法の糸さえあれば、私が最高にキュートなお洋服を仕立ててみせます。
I won't be making them, but if you are interested in group cosplays, this will give you a great idea on what to add to your list when you go to the store.
魔物姿でもリボンがキュート。
Make sure to drop a follow and hit that notification bell and check back later this week. Thanks, guys! Alrighty, so let's jump in. I really liked the show. I really wanted to like the show, but the more I thought about it, the more I was a little bit disappointed. I haven't read the source material, so hopefully a lot of this stuff is explained there. There is a light novel that is currently on chapter 56 that was just released in June. So maybe some of you guys can answer in the comments, but I'm trash and I don't read light novels, so yep. There's a little bit of controversy regarding this show in general. I don't know if you guys heard the buzz on Twitter and around the internet, but it had a bit of a Goblin Slayer fiasco. There are many who believe that the false rape allegations from Mine send a harmful message to young viewers. Despite the fact that she is a villain in many other ways, this is the first act that she has committed in which we really see her as a character, so it could cause IRL viewers to feel pressure that if they report their cases of sexual abuse that they may be judged by others and not believed. To the show's credit, however, they didn't make Naofumi start to hate all women and start jumping to conclusions. When Raphtalia revealed in episode 14 that she had been imprisoned and abused for many years, everyone in the party immediately believed her and tried to help her out.
ご主人様。メルロマルクでこんなことが行われてるなんて。
メルティ様、残念ながらこの国では同じようなことが各地で起きています。
そんな。
I think that despite viewers' concerns in episode 1, by 14, they had completely gotten rid of the victim-blaming sentiment that was introduced.
フィーロやメルティと出会ったから仲間のために戦おうと決めた。俺はこの世界を盾の勇者として守っていこうと思えたんだ。
Another issue of controversy is the fact that Raphtalia is a slave. When Naofumi was kicked out of the kingdom, no one would join his party, so he was approached by a slave master and decided to purchase Raphtalia in order to have someone fight for him.
なんで俺が奴隷を欲していると？
彼らは嘘をつけず、主人を裏切ることも決してできないからです。どうです？
いくつか見せてもらおうか。
Although his actions later on in the season prove that he really did care about her as a person and tried to foster her talents, it doesn't change the fact that he did purchase her and did give money to the system that is slavery.
国が悪いのか、それともあんちゃんが汚れちまったのか。
When Raphtalia gets freed from slavery from the kingdom, she immediately wants to go back and get her slave crest reinstated. Now, this isn't really to blame Naofumi at all, but there are many ways the showrunners could have changed this scene in order to make it a bit more wholesome.
入れ直す必要なんかなかったろうに。
欲しかったんです。ナオフミ様に信じてもらっている証が。
そんなものか。
By this point, she was a fully fledged adult, and they could have done a better job in expressing the fact that their relationship goes beyond the bounds of ownership. Instead, they fall into the obedient waifu stereotype and then give him a whole harem of them.
いい奴隷を買いたからって自慢しに来んなよ。
違う。
にしてもお前、やっぱりロリコンだったのか。
Which is a thing that apparently is necessary in every isekai. Looking at you, SAO. They don't touch on it the rest of the episode, and so I think that reinstating her slavery was completely unnecessary and doesn't add anything, and therefore could have been left out. A little bit disappointed. Another thing is all of the missed opportunities in the show. There is so much that could have been expounded on, which I'm really hoping they do in season 2, but I'm not quite sure yet. The first thing, in episode 1, they reveal that every hero that gets transported to this world is from an alternate Japan.
どうやら僕たちは別々の日本から来たようですね。
異世界の日本も存在するわけか。
Which is crazy. This is 4 heroes from 4 different worlds that are transferred into a kingdom. And then at the end, it's revealed that there are 4 other heroes that they're fighting in an alternate version of the kingdom.
そうです。私もまた大切な世界を波から守る眷属機、扇の勇者。
Which means that there are 8 people from 8 different worlds in 2 different worlds that are fighting each other. Which is, this could be the isekai to end all isekai. There are so many questions that could have been explored, like are any of the heroes from the alternate kingdom from the same world as our heroes? And does the hero's ability depend on which version of Japan that they come from? What happens if a person from this world goes back to the real world? Do they get to keep their abilities? Has anyone from this world ever gone back to our version of Japan? So many questions, so many. I don't know if they have discussed this in the light novel, but I think it's a really missed opportunity. It could be that a lot of these questions are answered in season 2, but by the fact that they glossed over it so quickly in episode 1, I'm coming to the conclusion that I will not be satisfied by the end of season 2, which is kind of a bummer because this is super interesting stuff. I really like the show. I really recommend it to people. I think that it's an interesting take on an isekai where the character isn't completely overpowered right off the bat. And there are a lot of mechanics in it that are kind of interesting and new. The characters are really cute, everything's really cosplayable, and the music is great. So yeah, definitely I recommend checking it out. Hopefully a lot of my concerns are answered in season 2, but we'll see how it goes. The showrunners were saying that season 2 will probably be coming soon as long as there is still hype about it, so please go watch this show, tell your friends to check it out. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below or at me on Twitter at Ellepastelle. Check back soon. Thanks guys, bye bye!